I feel much better now. Advil, the best pain reliever that you can ever have. But other than that, greetings ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Sonic Unleashed Let's Play. So, as I stated previously, you know, I did not shit on you guys that we're still here in Eggman Land. Yeah, go figure. I don't even know if we're a quarter done with it. I'm not too sure if we're halfway done with it. I don't know. I just barely played this level, so I do not know where we are or anything like that. I just don't know. And frankly, I don't care. But this part right here, you know, I've stated once and once again why they couldn't just put a drop shadow on Sonic, but this part is the perfect example, because these pipes right here, these are the pipes that you're supposed to be walking on when it comes to getting to the other side of where you need to go. And since there's no indicator to tell you where to go, you could be kind of confused on knowing where to go. Go figure. It's a drop shadow would have been absolutely perfect for something like this, and you'll know where your footing is. Because isn't that the whole point of platforming, you know, to have some sort of guide to help you with your footing? Because unfortunately, you know, it can be kind of tough because the camera can it'll pan upwards sometimes and, you know, really throw you off. And it's because of the camera panning upward, it could be very jarring of where you need to land, because you'll be absolutely confused on where you would need to land. That's probably where the platforming for the 3D for at least the Werehog stages falls a bit flat. It's because of that reason. So yeah, I'm in a much more calmer state of mind now. Does that mean that the commentary will be better? Fucking fine, no. But at this point, you know, I pretty much said everything I wanted to say about this level. Nothing really new to talk about. Maybe in certain sections that will come up to this level, I'll tell you like, oh, I hate this part and everything like that. And no, it's just, no, I can't really think of anything brand new to say. But here's another question for you guys to think about when the final part comes by. You know, when you guys give me your final thoughts about this game. How long did it take you guys to do Eggman Land? I stated in the previous part, it took me about 45 minutes to do. And, you know, 45 minutes, you know, it's still abysmal, but I've heard of worse times of the stage. I heard people took like I heard that some people actually took about an hour just to beat the stage. I mean, a whole hour in a stage, I can't believe that. This is why Eggman Land just dies in a fire. And I'm glad it died in that fire. Because it just... This level doesn't deserve any more praise. It just doesn't. The only thing I give credit to this stage is just the aesthetics and the music. But other than that, the structure is not fun. The mechanics in this stage aren't fun. The gimmicks aren't fun. It just... It's overall complete... it's like throwing... It's like squeezing lemon, lime, and throwing a humongous pinch of salt in your eyes. I mean, seriously, it's painful to watch, and it's painful to do also. And because of that, this level just has nothing to it. So now I'm back in regular Sonic formation, and we're throwing in those 2D sections, because, you know, we gotta have those. And the 2D sections, I have to admit, are probably the most easiest part of the Eggman Land when it comes to being regular Sonic the Hedgehog. There's still some dickish moments in these 2D sections. Let me tell you, there are still a lot of dickish moments, but at least they're not as bad as the 3D. And mostly the 3D not only is pretty dickish, not only because of the gimmicks they throw at you, but also, like I stated previously, the controls. So, you know, when you add something like that to something that you're supposed to easily just maneuver around, it makes it really difficult. Now, of course, I guess if they're going to use those little shooters once more before the game ends, they might as well use a lot of them there, apparently. I don't know why, but they do. And I fucked that up, and I died. Yep. Because, frankly, I had no idea what I was supposed to do. Because the lighting in here can kind of throw you off a bit. Like I said, you know, I do love the aesthetics of this level. I stated that already, but, you know, I'm not saying that the lighting's too great. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not the best. Because, seriously, when it came to the shooters, I thought that you had to shoot yourself out by pressing the X button. But no, you had to press the B button in order for you to drop out of the thing. I had no idea that you had to do that. So, yeah. And that death was my fault. I kind of rushed into that a bit too quickly. But thank God there's a... okay, another... Okay, I know it's funny. I'm bashing the stage a lot, but I'm also giving out some good things about it too. I mean, all deem me of the stage, you know, being god-awful. You know what? It is, but it does have its moments. And when it does have its moments, it works, but not so much where I can easily defend this stage as a whole. You know what I'm getting at? Like, there's a couple of things in here that are like, wow, yeah, it does have this and it does have this, which is good, but that doesn't justify this level being good. You get what I'm saying? But pretty much the other piece of justification I was saying is that, you know, there are some pretty good, not pretty good, but there are a lot of checkpoints, which is nice. So, you know, so you're not constantly pulling your hair out every single time when it comes to when you die at a certain part. But the problem is, though, is that depending on the part that you're on, if it's really, really annoying and you keep dying over and over again, you have to keep playing that part over and over again. And you know what? That's really damn annoying. And I hate that fucking that shooter right there. I hate that Pacific one because I guess it shoots you a bit too far where you can't even it just shoots you at a point where there's just so much velocity that they put in that thing that it overshoots you across the platform you're supposed to land on. And seriously, that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I keep falling. This part right here. Let's see if it happens again. Yep, it happened one more time. I mean, seriously, it overshoots you. It has too much force to it. Puts too much acceleration on Sonic. And that's kind of a bad thing, because if that's a thing that's supposed to help you proceed on through the rest of the level, it doesn't really help it. It helps you overshoot the platform. So let's see if I can actually, you know, get it right this time. I don't really have any tricks for it because, you know, you're being shot in a straight line. So, yeah, the only best advice I could give you is that, you know, be prepared. You know, jump when you need to. And I'm not having him knock me into that thing. That's the only reason why he's there, to knock you into the platform there. And thank God for its ability frames, and I was able to homing attack that the spring. If I wasn't able to, then I would be definitely screwed. I got those little quick time jump things. This stage really does like to throw the quick time jumps in here. It really does. So, you know, keep on your toes, or else you know the consequences if you mess up. It's been a while since we've seen a free fall section. I think the last free fall section we saw was, I think, a Chunan. That's what's coming to the top of my head. I don't think Skyscraper Scamper had one. I don't remember Shamar having one. Yeah, I think Chunan was actually our last one. Or who knows, maybe it was Rooftop Run. Frankly, it really depends on which stage you did first. But I think for this LP, I think it was Chunan. But who knows, I could be wrong. Here's another little gimmick they like to put in here. You know, you've learned that you can jump some pretty far distances with Where Sonic in by, you know, holding down the sprint button and jumping. They expect you to do that and grab onto those small platforms there. Now, it could be kind of finicky sometimes where this is another example of why people say that the B button doesn't work too well for them, is this part right here. Because, yeah, I can understand sometimes the ridicule, you know, doesn't function when it needs to when it comes to these platforms. And, you know, doing that just makes my hands sweat because I'm afraid that I'm going to go, you know, I'm either not going to make it or I will make it, but the B button function isn't going to work on me. That's the only thing that makes me, clenches my hands together. I hate stuff like that. I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be this is the last level. It's supposed to be a tough obstacle, but come on, guys, seriously. Then they have these little, poles that have the, little spiked balls on them moving around, and yeah, it's not too bad. They're really easy obstacles to, dodge because, the double jump. The double jump makes it all a whole lot easier. But it's just, it's more of this is that that stupid long jump that they want you to do, and not only that, the little poles they could grab on, there's sometimes time, so you have to be careful of when you jump on them and when you want to let go, or else you'll fall to your death. So yeah. Now here's a nice thing, we're used to opening these doors with a switch, and now that one apparently just has us open it by force. It's like, the hell? Thank you so much. I've learned throughout this whole stage of, if I find a switch, this will open that door, but nope. I guess we could just open it just with brute force in general. Thank you, stage. Thank you. And here's another perfect example of what I stated previously. What I stated previously in the last part is that, throughout playing the whole Sonic the Hedgehog stages, we've learned that if we beat all the enemies in a certain area, we will proceed onwards. And, the last time I did this, there was a switch for me that I could have pushed, allowing me to continue on, so I didn't have to fight the enemies. The same thing applies here. There's a switch here that I could easily push in order to turn off the laser gate, but I'm just so in the zone of just killing all these enemies and whatnot, because I was thinking that, okay, if I kill all these enemies, that I could proceed on, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case. There's a switch that we can push, but since I don't test play this and rarely play this stage, I don't know that. So I spend a good chunk here. In fact, I think the rest of the video could be me just standing here, just fighting these enemies. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but it's just... since there's nothing to indicate... the structure can be very, very poor. It's because of poor structure like that, I just have no idea that what I have to do is easily... You saw that purple... You see that pinkish wall there in the back? That pinkish wall can easily be destroyed, and behind it is a switch. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to destroy that pink wall there, and it will reveal the switch, hit the switch, and get out of there. Because I think these enemies keep infinitely responding. Now, you can stand here and, destroy them for more XP, This is actually be a perfect stage to grind for XP and whatnot, but it's just... I don't know. But then again, if I remember, I don't think these enemies drop any more XP. Or at least these ones do. I don't think these enemies drop XP, because I think if you stay here for the longest time, you could easily farm for XP, but like I said, I don't think these enemies drop XP. Let's kill this one and see what happens. Yep, no XP from that one. Let's talk about that one. Nope, no XP, so yeah, I guess you can't farm for XP here. I've gone through a lot of near-death experiences in this level because... I think that I keep having to fighting, but no, there's a switch, Ethan. There's a switch that you can hit, but it takes me forever just to figure that out. I mean, really. There should have been something to indicate that, hey, there's a switch over here. It's just, So I go around and then, hey, look, that pink wall isn't there anymore. I think it's because you have to destroy a couple of enemies. I'm not too sure, or maybe I destroyed it with some sort of enemy. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. It's just, I hit the switch and I just want to get the hell out of here. There are also these sliding sections for the Werehog Sonic, and, these little full pipe sections can be kind of a pain in the ass. It's just how the physics work for them. It could be a little bit out of control. And here's another room that I think that, okay, you have to destroy, yeah. I'm just jump cutting it, folks, because what I was stating previously is that I had no idea that you had to kill all the enemies in here to destroy this switch, or to turn off the laser gate so you could get to the switch. And because that's just so ass backwards, because the last 2 times, you know, we could have easily just broke something or just get to the switch in general and then proceed on forward. Now they want us to destroy all the enemies in the room and then get to the switch. It's just, that's so fucking back ass. God, I can't even say the saying right. Oh my god. You know what I mean. It's bullshit. There you go. It's bullshit. Sweet and straight to the point. It's bullshit. And I want to say we're halfway done. I'm not too sure. Frankly, folks, I can't be honest with you guys in this stage because I just barely know anything about this stage. I can't really give out any good tips. I really can't give out any really speedrun tricks because I barely play this stage. It's the duration, the bullshit is what keeps me away from this stage. And I have no idea what you're supposed to do. I think you were supposed to land on the gears or whatnot, or maybe on that pipe. I have no idea. There's nothing there to indicate what you need to land on, so, you know, you'll most likely careen to your death. But folks, don't worry. The next part that's coming up is going to be the last part of Eggman Land, and then we'll actually proceed on with the story. Yeah, almost forgot about that, didn't you?